Hi there everybody, this is David, and welcome to New RPG News. As usual, we have a lot to talk about today, but I've gotta say, this week is pretty frickin' packed. I think that New Year's and Christmas lull is finally over, and there's a bunch of stuff to talk about today. From the Switch 2 launch, to some Lunar news, to some Dragon Quest news, to even a lost PS2 RPG, now being available in English. And I am going to be telling you all about everything today, and I do think that is worth a sub, as I do try my hardest to hit 100,000 subscribers. With your help, your like, and your sub, I know that I can get there, so help me out with that, and thank you so much. So, kicking us off with our top story, could it really be anything but the Nintendo Switch 2 finally being announced? Put all those rumors to rest. It's finally here. We finally get to see the official name, the official logo, the official console itself. I made a dedicated video on this just the other day, so if you want, more in depth on it, please do be sure to check that one out. So we don't have a release date for it. It's coming out sometime this year, and there is a Nintendo Switch Direct going over all of their game releases and going over more console specs and things like that on April the 2nd. I think that they didn't want to do it on April 1st because then everybody's like, oh, April Fools or whatever, but no, April 2nd, you will get more information in regards to this. There's also going to be some hands-on experience events around the world at these various locations if you did want to sign up for that. I'm personally looking forward to seeing what some of the launch games are going to be. I'm guessing like Metaphor obviously is going to be on it, Visions of Mana, some of these games that came out recently that just kind of like skipped the Switch, and you're like, why did it skip the Switch? Well, probably because, the Switch 2 is coming out. And we also know that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is coming out on the PC. It is officially Steam Deck verified. And how much you want to bet? Come April 2nd, we're going to be seeing the Final Fantasy VII trilogy get announced for the Switch 2. It just makes sense to me. So there's a new trailer that's showcasing exactly what is going on here. It says the video showcases the game running on minimum, recommended, and ultra specifications. The company also confirmed that the game is Steam Deck verified, and this is coming out on January the 23rd. I think that January the 23rd is a pretty big date for a lot of things, and we're going to get more into what is happening on January 23rd later on in the video, because I'm going to have to make a video on that day just like going over everything, because there's so much stuff going on that day. And as a shameless self-promotion, well, not really, because I'm not promoting anything, honestly. I'm just giving away stuff. So I am giving away one of 5 keys, well, I'm giving away 5 keys, really, for Frameland on PC. You just have to go over to Twitter and follow these rules. You have to sub to me, you have to follow me, like the post, retweet, just standard Twitter stuff or whatever, in order to win a free key for Frameland. It's like a retro RPG. It's on the shorter side, turn-based, overworld, that sort of stuff. It looks really freaking amazing. And the developers contacted me and they asked if I would facilitate a giveaway. And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? I would love to do that for y'all. So yeah, if you want a chance to win, just go on over to Twitter and follow the rules, I suppose. Also over on the Twitter, Nice America is saying, hey, guess what? There is a demo available on Friday, January the 24th for Trails Through Daybreak 2. We are getting a demo. It says, get ready to dive into the latest entry in this epic trail series next week. See you in Calvard. Doesn't say anything about the length of the demo, if you'll be able to carry over your saves or anything else like that. However, NISA does have a history of putting out some pretty lengthy, meaty, good demos. And I believe it's been a hot minute. Well, actually, it hasn't been that long. But anyway, I have a horrible memory. But I want to say that the demo for Daybreak 1, it went through the prologue and chapter 1, and you could also bring over your save data into the main game, so that's probably going to be the case for this demo as well. So again, this is going to be on Friday, January the 24th. We can play the demo of Daybreak 2, and remember, the game itself is being released on February the 14th, Valentine's Day. That's a fantastic gift for your loved one, I must say. And NISA is releasing yet another demo. This one is for Phantom Brave, The Lost Hero, and it is now available. You don't have to wait. You can go and you can play it right now. It is now available in the West. It says play through the first 2 chapters of the game. Says right here, the demo is available for the PS5, the PS4, and the Nintendo Switch. The demo features the first 2 chapters of the full game, and save data from the demo can be carried over to the full game whenever it launches. So just like I was saying before about the Daybreak demo, I think that it's going to be, the first 2 chapters carry over the save data, because that just kind of seems to be part of the course for Nisa. Okay, so it says, in Phantom Brave: The Lost Hero, the story follows Morona, a gifted young girl with the power to speak to phantoms, as she traverses the ocean world of Ivory? I don't know. Ivor? Whatever. Providing aid to those in need. When a fleet of ghost ships attack, it's up to Morona and her new friend Apricot to assemble the legendary crew that once defeated these spectral foes. Recruit phantoms, bind them to objects, combine them with gadgets, and even merge them with Morona herself to unleash show-stopping abilities and sink the shipwreck fleet. This is coming out on January the 30th of this month for the PS4, PS5, and Switch. So if you like the demo, be sure to grab the game. I'll have a link below in the video description if you want to get the game as well. Just like I made a video going over the Switch 2 announcement the other day, I also made a video going over everything that we know about Lunar the other day as well. So if you want more in-depth information on Lunar, be sure to check out that video. It just came out 2, 3, 4, 8 days ago or whatever. But we have a release date. It's coming out April the 18th, both physically and digitally. So you can get it physically or digitally for the PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on April the 18th. If you do opt for digital, it's going to be $5 cheaper at $50. If you do want it physically, it's going to be $55. In North America, it is an Amazon exclusive. In Europe, it is a Clear River Games exclusive. And the physical edition will feature reversible covers showcasing 2 new key arts for the games, both illustrated exclusively for this collection by Toshiyuka Kubuka. So yeah, you can see it right there, and you can choose which art that you want for them. So I am super stoked about this, and in the previous video, I did say that I'm going to keep you updated on, what's going on Amazon and things like that, because it's still saying that it is currently unavailable on Amazon. It's still saying, hey, you gotta wishlist it. You can't pre-order it, because God forbid you can pre-order it. You gotta wishlist it. So like I said, we had a lot of announcements this week, so I made a video on this too. This might sound like a rehash to some of y'all, because I did talk about this recently, but that Xbox Developer Direct, again, January the 23rd, pretty important date. And we do have that one mystery game, a surprise location to see another studio's brand new game. Then we heard that that brand new game is reportedly to be a new entry, and a legendary Japanese IP. It'll include a big Japanese game reveal. It is claimed a big Japanese game reveal. So then I'm like, what could it possibly be? Made a whole video on it, talking about it. And one game that I didn't actually mention could possibly be it, which is Dragon Quest X Offline. Now, it says here that this is coming to iOS and Android on January the 15th in Japan, but we know that the Dragon Quest X Offline has been available for so freaking long. My God, Dragon Quest X came out on the Nintendo Wii. On the Wii! And we still don't have it here in the West. I could just scream. And I thought whenever they said, we're going to do it offline, that I was like, okay, well then, yeah, they're going to release it in the West. They're trying to hype up Dragon Quest. It is one of their big pillars. It's like Square Enix's cash cow and everything else like that. And I mean, we even got Dragon Quest Adventures of Dai, for God's sakes. And it's like, they're going to give us Dragon Quest Adventures of Dai. They're going to give us Builders and Treasures and Dark Prince and all these other spin-offs, but they're not going to give us a mainline game? Like, what? So I'm like, I wonder if this is actually what it is. If Dragon Quest X is going to be coming, is going to be revealed on that Xbox showcase. So again, this article here, just kind of like, I don't know, just refreshed my memory on it or whatever. This is Japan only. It's coming to the App Store via Android and Google Play on January the 15th. But yeah, I would love to have the offline version. It says that it first came out in 2022, but I want to say the Dragon Quest X, I know it came out on the Wii, so it was like 2010 or something. Like, where is this game? Why can we not play this game officially in English yet? Hopefully that will all change on January the 23rd. We shall see. Hope springs eternal for me, as always. I'm always looking on the bright side of things. I'm always hoping and praying that, it's gonna be the best thing ever. Watch it be something really crummy. I hope not, though. It better be frickin' Dragon Quest. Do we have a little coinky dink right here? Guess what? It's that date again. January 23rd. Popping up yet again. And guess what's going to be released then? Fuga Melodies of Steel 3 teaser website has been opened. News is coming out on January the 23rd. It is due out sometime this year. Is this the legendary Japanese game? I hope so. Or I hope not, because it's not exactly legendary. I mean, it's a good game. I'm not going to say there's anything bad about it, but still Dragon Quest 10. So yeah, this is the third game in the Fuga series, which is actually a whole lot of fun. First came out in 2021. So yeah, it's actually a really fun game if you like turn-based combat and stuff like that. I really adore it. It's part of like the Tail Concerto series. So yeah, it really is a good game. We have a release date and a brand new trailer for Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma. This is coming out on May the 30th. And just the other day, well, whenever I say the other day, I really mean like 2 weeks ago, I did a news video and I talked about all sorts of different cool collector's editions. And there's a really sweet collector's edition for this one as well, which I will include a link below in the video description too. So again, this is coming out for the PC as well as the Nintendo Switch on May the 30th. I love the Rune Factory series, and this seems like a reboot of it. It's completely fresh, it's completely new, and it looks like really a whole lot of fun. Let's read about it. Guardians of Azuma take players on an all-new adventure in the never-before-seen country of Azuma. Here, players will assume the role of an earth dancer destined to return hope and life to the once thriving land. Choose from one of 2 protagonists whose fates are closely tied together, and experience reimagined and expanded Rune Factory gameplay as an earth dancer. Players will farm with grace, restore and build entire villages, and fight with new weapons like the bow and the talismans. Azuma is a vast world to explore with majestic villages to uncover, each taking inspiration from Japanese culture and each with a seasonal theme. In addition to exploration, combat, and village building, players will also cultivate relationships with the locals, recruiting them to your side in battle or to help manage the villages. Wield sacred treasures of the gods and the earth dancer's power to dance and purify the land and return Azuma to its former glory. The adventure of a new world awaits. I'm so hyped about this one. I am super stoked about this one. I cannot wait for May. And you know what? This is like right after my birthday too. So I'm definitely gonna treat myself on this. God, I'm gonna be 43 years old. Man, where does the time go? Anyway, Mika and the Witch's Mountain launches on January the 22nd. And not the 23rd, shockingly enough, not the 23rd, January the 22nd, Mika is coming out. It is already in early access, but the full game is coming out, launching for the PS5, Xbox, PS4, Switch, and PC. It says right here, let's see, it says, during these 4 months, the team has taken the opportunity to listen to the community's opinion and develop more content into the game for free. Look at them go. We want to thank our community for all the feedback and support that they shared with us during early access, because that has helped us launch a better experience today and a better game. 2 out of 3 content patches are planned beyond the regular bug fixing and improving performances, and they are now available, and they do add a fishing minigame, Churro Express racing minigame, Save the Kitten minigame, pet companion, new languages, new cosmetics, and more achievements. Then the 3rd content patch will come in the following weeks, including 3 new dungeons to explore the depths of the island where the adventure takes place, with a very similar vibe to the dungeons of The Legend of Zelda. Hey, that's great. I mean, you can't take better inspiration than that. The 3rd content patch will be the last one, completing all the content planned for the game before the successful Kickstarter campaign in 2023, and providing around 8 hours of gameplay. This game looks pretty freaking cool, if I do say so myself. Everhood 2 launches on March 4th. This is an unconventional RPG sequel. It's coming out for the Switch and the PC for $20. Let's see what this has to say, but it looks very, I don't know, Earthbound, Undertale, Deltarune, I don't know, just, yeah, whatever. So, unconventional RPGs seem to be all the rage nowadays. Oh, it's doing like a DDR thing, Guitar Hero sort of thing. Not a fan of that, because I have no, like, I'm too old. I'm 43, well, gonna be 43. I'm old. Enter the world of Everhood. Discover the color of your soul and what lies beyond the river of death in a strange land. Accompany a mysterious celestial raven who has deemed you worthy of slaying the Mind Dragon. Matched with music-based battles. Okay, yeah, so it is like a Guitar Hero sort of thing. Well, there went my hype right at the frickin' window. I can't do that. Man, I was playing Mother 3, God, like 20-something years ago. When was that translated? I want to say it was like 2003. Like, I don't know. Like whenever that was translated, I played it, and it had like this rhythm thing, and you had to like time your attacks to the rhythm or whatever. I was awful at it. Awful. And I kept on looking up like guides and stuff, and people were saying, oh, it's because of the emulation and all that. Like it's better on the Game Boy Advance. And I'm like, yeah, if I only could play it on the Game Boy Advance, but we never got it here. But yeah, I've done Guitar Hero stuff before at like arcades and stuff. I've never been good at it. So yeah, if you like Guitar Hero, then you might like this game. We have a new dark fantasy action RPG called The Blood of the Dawn Walker. Let's see, it says it's inspired by classic RPGs, but we want players to feel the sense of urgency in an open world game. So there are multiple approaches to saving Cohen's family with no clear division between the main or the side quests. You decide on how to spend the time. But time is a resource, and each quest progressing its passage, so it's impossible to complete all stories and arcs before the dreadful deadline, making each playthrough unique. We call it a narrative sandbox. I call it a freaking nightmare. How are you going to play a game that has a time limit, but it won't tell you if the quest that you're doing is important or not important? If it's a side quest or a main quest, if you're just wasting your time or you're actually progressing. Like, that's going to feed you into the end game, and you're just going to be like, oh, well, I'm like level 3. Like, I'm just screwed, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, we'll see how this pans out. It says that this is the first chapter of the brand new role-playing saga, a single-player, open-world dark fantasy action RPG with strong focus on story and narrative. It's coming out for the PC, PS5, and Xbox. 14th century Europe. Bloody conflicts sweep the lands, and the Black Death comes for the survivors. In the wake of the disasters claiming thousands of lives, the decimated human population struggles for survival. In a moment of weakness, in Vale Sangora, somewhere in a forgotten corner of the Carpathian Mountains, vampires seize their opportunities to walk out of the shadows, overthrow the feudal lords, and claim what they've been denied for centuries: freedom, and ultimate power that comes with it. Legends turn into reality, and history as we know it will never be the same. You play as Cohen, a young man turned into a Dawnwalker, forever treading the line between the world of day and the realm of night. Not fully human, not entirely a vampire. You have 30 days and nights to save your family, or swear revenge on your sire and destroy everyone standing in your way. Wow, 30 days and nights, that's it. I wonder what the time thing is like. Wow, maybe it's like a 10-hour campaign, and if you do get funneled into the end game and you're like level 3 because you're saving kittens or something, then you know what I mean? You'll just be like, oh, well, I'm just screwed. I'll have to like replay it or something. I don't know. This seems interesting. I saw this over on Kickstarter, and I just had to bring it up because it's so freaking cool, and it's my childhood. This is hand-drawn game guides. I love a good strategy guide. I love it even better if it's hand-drawn and if it is official. And this is for Mega Man. Mega Man 1. I know it's on an RPG, but again, it's my childhood. It is what it is. This has been fully funded, apparently, in only 12 minutes. And this is a complete, fully hand-illustrated guide to the original Mega Man game back on the NES. Over 200 pages, hardcover binding. Like, this thing looks absolutely amazing. And it's not ugly, you know, awful box art in Mega Man, although that Cut Man does look pretty ugly. But, like, it's, I don't know, it's cute. Like, it's like look at this. Like, look at this. Look at Cut Man's stage. Like, it's so freaking cute. I just can't even take it. It's just something nostalgic to look back on. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to use this to play the game, but you're just going to read it and look it over and stuff. Like, it's so freaking cool. And it looks like, if it does well, which it did, they're going to move on to future Mega Man games as well. So this is just so cool. I just cannot even take it. So yeah, if you wanted to fund this, I want to say it's like $40 for the physical version of the game, something like that. So yeah, I'll include a link to this below as well. Well, isn't this a little bit unusual? Final Fantasy XII's Moogles are starring in their own monster hunting board game. Explore Ivalice and battle monsters as a clan of Moogles in this adorable board game featuring all new artwork. This is launching on October the 22nd for $45, and it is available for pre-order right now, and it will include a link below if you did want to pick this up. It's called Final Fantasy Moogle Bounty Mayhem. Like, I love like the little like the whole 1950s theme that it has going on with the little board game and everything. Like, it's super freaking cute. This is a really cool collectible. It says, this is a board game for up to 6 players where each player takes on the role of one of 6 unique Moogles and embarks on 15-minute missions where you battle monsters and even team up with recognizable characters from Final Fantasy XII. The game features original artwork from Ryoma Ito, whose previous works include other games set in Ivalice, including Final Fantasy XII Revenant Wings, Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, and Tactics A2. And apparently there's some other board games. I'll include links to all of these because why not? It says, including games based on Final Fantasy's other cute mascot, the Chocobo, called Chocobo's Crystal Hunt, which is designed for 3 to 5 players and sees each player compete to gather and steal the most crystals. Then there's also Chocobo's Dungeon, the board game, which is based on the Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon video games, and tasks players with guiding Chocobos through a mysterious and dangerous monster-filled labyrinth that changes each time that you play, and it is all available at Amazon, and we'll include links for all of those below because it's just so different. And in our final story of the day, this lost PS2 RPG is now in English. It is called 7: The Cavalry of Molmorth, and it has been translated from Japanese into English. And I will include a link to this page where you can download the patch yourself. But yeah, you can see like the graphics. I have it going up right now above me in Japanese. You can see it here in English as well. It looks absolutely gorgeous. The graphics remind me of Moon. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, but also like the battle system looks very ogre battle-y. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just looks really freaking cool. And I would love to try this out. I've never heard of this game before. So I did some research on it like I normally always do. And I pulled up this little post right here from our little friends over at Reddit. And I'm just going to read about it because I don't know anything about it, but I did want to let y'all know about it. So here we go. It's called 7: The Cavalry of Molmorth, a tactical RPG released in 2000 by Bandai Namco. It's a very cute anime artsy game that blends 2D and isometric into the gameplay, in which you, the hero, and your friends picked up along the way must save the land from terrible monsters. This game never left Japan, and as far as I know has no official or fan translation anywhere, but now it does! I heard that the second part of the game was ported to a cell phone at some point, and this Redditor cleared it in around 2 days, so it is relatively short. But it says that there's actually 2 parts of the game. The first is the Cavalry of Molmorth, and the second is Acriland Chronicle, which he hasn't touched yet. Cavalry is the narrative portion of the game, that's where they're talking so much above me, with the story telling the foundation of the Cavalry of Molmorth, and it also serves as a very long tutorial to the Acriland Chronicle, in which you fight a 1,000 years worth of battles with monsters. So I guess there's a narrative portion and then a fighting portion. Aside from the art style, the battle system is definitely my favorite part of the game. It's a puzzle of its own, how to effectively place your fighters into a 4x3 grid, because it's game over when one fighter goes down. At least in Cavalry it is. I'll give the game an 8 out of 10. Quite an amazing game with a unique hybrid of RPG, tactics, and puzzles. I'd imagine that it was quickly forgotten after its release when Final Fantasy X came out and blew everybody out of the water. He's probably right. Which is a shame because this game has some beautiful art and colors. I would definitely like to see the game ported over to the Switch. So yeah, but now y'all can play it in English here with this patch. So this is really freaking cool. So that's it for the new RPG news. I know there was a lot to cover, but I think that it's important to be very thorough with everything because there's so much going on, and I just want to let you all know all about it. So I do hope that y'all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure that you like it, you comment, and you sub. Helps me out a ton. Thank you for everything, and as always, have a good day.